Pathogens proliferate inside and outside of the healthcare setting and can easily spread from person to person, carried by our hands, potentially harming patients. As nurses, we constantly wash our hands before and after patient contact. But how many times do we wash our patients' hands? Sadly, when patients of a cardiothoracic unit in Michigan were asked, were you offered to wash your hands during your stay? Only 75% responded yes. So what's the deal with unclean hands? Patients are already colonized with contagious pathogens and are susceptible to additional infections due to their many ports of entries, such as central lines, surgical sites, and indwelling catheters. Hospital-acquired infections also cost billions to patients in the country. A multi-state study on prevalence of healthcare-associated infections showed that 1 in 25 acute care patients will develop pneumonia and surgical site infections, all transmitted by unclean hands. Also, barriers to patients' ability to perform hand hygiene is due to mobility, dexterity, cognitive abilities. Since I worked in NeuroICU this summer, I asked myself, patients hospitalized in a NeuroICU, does washing their hands along with daily bath reduce the incidence of hospital-acquired infection when compared to daily bath alone? In 2017, a study tracked monthly for 19 months the impact of hand hygiene education and hand sanitizer use on hospital-acquired infection rates. Results showed a significant decrease in VRE, MRSA infection rates, but no decline in C. Patients in this large study were offered to clean their hands with soap and water at the sink or use alcohol wipes at the bed, along with educational signs and reminders. Their C. diff rates decreased for 6 months after the intervention. Between a single-use ethanol hand sanitizer packet and a single-use moist towelette packet, 74% of the 100 patients surveyed preferred a moist towelette. Also, authors of the study found that a mealtime hand hygiene reminder increased patients' hand hygiene compliance. Over 1,000 ICUs in Mexico were observed for 18 months to determine how daily chlorhexidine bath with and without hand hygiene affect infection rates. Ventilator-associated pneumonia and cardio rates were higher when hand hygiene and bath were done just with soap and water. Use of chlorhexidine wipes for bath and hand hygiene was associated with lower infection rates. Remind nurses of the role of patients' hand hygiene. Show unit-specific infection rate statistics and unit budget financial implication. Offer mobile and cognitively intact patient hand hygiene reminder prior to their meals. Nurses can wash the hands of cognitively impaired, ventilated, sedated patients 3 times per shift. Infection rates should be tracked for at least 6 months.